Going on to all my Scorpios out there. So my tripod broke, but I ordered a new one, and I'm using this broken tripod, so the camera may fall, okay, but I'm gonna essentially pick it back up. Don't trip. It is what it is, right? Oh, that's on my lens. Okay, but all right. So for you Scorpios, shuffle it up one more time for y'all. All right, so for you Scorpios, you have the Six of Cups, the Hermit, Sun, King of Cups, Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the Death, the Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Scorpio, you showed up in your own reading. Then you have Aries, Leo, Virgo, Cancer. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 10 major arcana. Okay, so Six of Cups, literally the first card. You already know what time it is. Somebody who you don't mess with anymore is coming back, trying to come on in, trying to say what up, trying to get to know you, interested in what you've got going on, right? The Hermit and the Sun, right? The Hermit is because they want to apologize, because they want you to know that they've learned their lesson. Now, personally, I wouldn't really go back. This is pretty much up to you on whether you decide that you want to go back to this person. But the Sun card represents some of you, a lot of you Scorpios ain't going back. Okay. I mean, you Scorpios are pretty much right to not go back, because, I mean, can you really trust the person that's coming back if it didn't really work the first time, the second time? You know, because we all been there. We've all been in certain situations where we like the person, you know, and we want to try to see if things can work. But then where we end up making the mistake at is we accept them back, and then this person completely wrecks shop on our life. Or things, you know, but at first, when you take them back, things are good for a little bit, and then they continue to do the same stuff that they did. It's just that this time, it's even worse. Yeah, exactly. So the thing is that I wouldn't suggest y'all take them back. But they are going to come back, though. The Sun represents a lot of you Scorpios. It's too late for them. A lot of you Scorpios may be enjoying the fact that you, if not are single, if you are single without them at the very least, because they kept bringing you stress. They kept trying to give you a headache. All they good for was, and that probably wasn't even as good as it could have been, because that activity is actually better when the two of you love each other. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I done touched the nerve with that one. Some people may be upset about that. Cross watchers who doing some nonsense, they may be upset about that. Yeah, I said that when the two parties actually like each other, they're in love, they like each other, they're special, right? They think of themselves, they think of the other person as being special to them. Guess what? That is actually better. It makes it more pleasurable. But see, so many people don't want love, which is part of the reason why the clap on, clap off, if you catch my drift, it sucks. Because you cutting that pleasure that you could have had in half. You cutting it 75%. So now what you do have is a quarter of what you could have had. Okay? So the King of Cups and the Five of Swords, anyway, I ain't even gonna get into that. We're gonna go ahead and keep that in the book. Like I said, the book gonna be jam-packed. Go ahead and, you know, when I bring it out, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all need to go ahead and get it. If y'all don't do that, y'all, I don't know, y'all playing. So the King of Cups and the Five of Swords now represents, as a result of this, the King of Cups is about how you don't want them around. the Five of Swords, you know, for what? You're already ahead of me. You know, they're going to come in, they're going to tell you that they learned their lesson, right? You're going to take them back, and for what? So they can have the same type of issue and a drama with you again. You Scorpios are already too smart for that. Y'all already been down that road many times with different people. You got the t-shirt. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? But now, the Six of Pentacles and the Death card, right? And the Knight of Pentacles represents, you know that they wronged you, which is correct. They did wrong you. And you know that you have to put this relationship, you know that you have to move on. You know that you have to put this relationship behind you. It's done. You can't go back to these people again. Because if you do, guess what's going to happen if you go back to them? Like I said, they're going to continue to do the same BS and probably worse, because now they're out to get you. But what's so delusional about it is they're dating you, but now they're out to get you. And I talked about the 10 life values before. I actually have them now, like I told y'all that I would. I don't play any games, right? I don't play the game. So the 10 life values are spirituality, health, family, appearance, dwelling, mobility, education, profession, leisure, and wealth. As you can see, I ain't got to make this up. 1 through 10. So what does this mean? So what this means is they got to play all these games. People got to play all these games because their 10 life values is messed up. They don't even know who they are internally, which is spirituality. So their physical health and their mental health is not up to snuff. It's not up to cuff. Why? Because they're so paranoid about you dumping them again, even though they don't want to accept responsibility and accountability for the goofy stuff that they're doing. So that coincides with spirituality and health, right? Right? And then everybody want to talk about wealth and all this other type of stuff, which is the last thing that you should be worried about. But wealth and spirituality are connected, because it's cyclical, meaning that it goes in a circle or goes in a cycle. 10 and 1 are actually connected. If you were to try to give it a geometrical shape, it would be or I should say a two-dimensional shape. It would actually be a circle. So spirituality would be touching wealth. That's why it is I try to tell y'all, character. Why am I saying that? Because these 10 life values are all different attributes of a person's character. So if you ain't talking about character, you're not talking about that wealth that so many people, I'm not even just talking about you, anybody. If you're not talking about character, you ain't talking about wealth. I don't know where people think they talking about wealth. No. You need to be worrying about that spirituality first and foremost. This is why people sound goofy whenever it is that they start talking about wealth. When you talking to them about spirituality, decency, you start talking to them about how they did you wrong, and they start talking about, man, that's why it is that you ain't getting any money. That's number 10. That's the last thing that you should be worried about. Goofy. So why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this to say, why go back to an individual that in essence is wasting your time? Wasting your time. If you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section called the link tree. Click on it. It'll redirect you to my website, in which it has all the ways in which you can support me, as well as financially support me as well. Appreciate all the people that came through. Y'all have been amazing. You know what I mean? I want more Scorpios to come through, though. What's up with y'all? Y'all don't really rock with me? Y'all don't really rock with me or something like this? Y'all Scorpios don't be saying much, Anyway, so you have the books that I have that are on Amazon, my Instagram page in which you can follow me, my clothing store, as well as my website, right? Now, my website will be named Private Tarot Readings, right? because that's what it's mostly known for, right? And click on it. It'll redirect you to my website, right, where it says private tarot readings on the link tree. And what will happen is that it will essentially show you what it is that I charge, how much time you get, right? It'll have scroll down a little bit, it'll have a buy now button. The buy now button will redirect you to PayPal if you don't want to pay me through PayPal. I have Apple Pay and Cashapp. My Cashapp cash tag is above the buy now button. In which you could pay me that way. If you need any kind of assistance with that, in which you can pay me, then you can always feel free to contact me at Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com. Thank you, by the way. But y'all, all the zodiac signs, you Scorpios, all the zodiac signs, y'all have been phenomenal. Like I said before, can't tell y'all enough. Thank you for way more it is than y'all will ever know. But the Knight of Pentacles represents, so yeah, yo, so you know that they're just going to come back to waste your time. So you're moving forward. You're moving forward. And what is it now that they're going to give you, now that you're moving forward? The Emperor. They need to be adversarial about you even moving forward. So here comes the hard flip. So don't be surprised if some of these people start talking trash about you. Oh, Scorpio, that's why it is that y'all this. That's why it is. That's why it is I never liked you. That's why it is that y'all are ugly. Listen, Scorpio. Let me tell you something. If you Scorpios were unattractive and y'all were ugly, I dated somebody who had Venus in Scorpio. Then right after I dated that person, I dated a full-blown Sun in Scorpio person. Obviously, I'm attracted to Scorpios. Jocelyn Hernandez from Love and Hip Hop is a Scorpio. Don't listen, fine. Off the wall, off the chain, but fine. Don't let people get you to think that you unattractive. Because people clown talking about how Virgo is very picky. Well, I'm a Virgo. And even though it ain't even true that Virgo is the most judgmental sign, that's actually Libra. Virgo just happened to take the reputation of being the most judgmental sign because it is Libra, if you think about it, because Libra represents the judgment scales. I, as a Virgo, am telling you, Scorpios, y'all are not ugly. Because I know some Scorpios right now who live in my building where I see, and I'm just thinking to myself, if I take one more drink, I'm going to end up, is that what you want to do, shawty? Anyway, so the Wheel of Fortune now represents, as a result of this person, see, this is, the Emperor represents their last-ditch effort to break your spirit as you are getting on the way out of here, because they know that you're not listening to anything that they have to say. They know that they could have potentially done that in the past. Maybe they have done it in the past. And now they want to come back in and tell you, Scorpios, I like you. I love you. Don't be like that. Why are you acting like this for? You tripping, this, that, the third. And it may have worked in the past, but it's not working anymore. So you know what it means? Now that you are evolving, you get the Wheel of Fortune, because this is their last ditch effort to make sure that you leave with some damage or you don't leave at all. Once you leave this, that means that it's a wrap. So even if this person continues to text you, they're going to, after this point, they're going to become less and less important in your life. So let's clarify some cards. Let's clarify. You understand? I've dated plenty of Scorpios. I've had plenty of Scorpio friends, best friends, all of that, homies, people who I can kick it with, all that stuff. So obviously, right? known plenty of people who were Scorpios, tried to get with many people who were Scorpios. I found it. I want to say, I ain't even going to say anything. I ain't even going to say anything. Anyway, I ain't even going to go ahead and say anything. The point is, you Scorpios are not ugly. Let's clarify the Emperor. Ace of Swords, 7 of Wands, 2 of Cups, right. 10 of Wands, right. Like I said, this is their last-ditch effort to get you to stay or to ruin your perception of how you see yourself, so that you can't, so that it'll be very difficult for you to move on to the next person and give them a healthy relationship, because it's going to be trash, because your perception of yourself, the way you view yourself, will be in the trash, or it'll be skewed. Now is the time for you Scorpios to now repel this person now more than ever, because this is the last ditch effort. This is it. After this point here, when they try to come back, you don't answer their calls, you don't text them, you don't do anything, they start talking trash. See, this is what it is that you Scorpios have to understand. The more these people talk trash about how you're not worth anything, it's the closer and closer you are to getting out. The closer and closer you are to getting out. They have to, they talking trash because you not hanging out with them. But how could you if they were dysfunctional? Because they're dysfunctional people. So the Wheel of Fortune now, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Anyway, let me get off that Scorpio joint before I... Anyway. So to clarify the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Let me tell you something. Anyway, we're not even going to go down that road before I get into my bag. Anyway, the Queen of Cups now represents, again, they're going to try to tug at your heartstrings. This is the event horizon. This is the event horizon of the black hole, which black holes represent Scorpio. But this is the event horizon, meaning what? Meaning that this is the edge of of their power. This is the edge of their influence. You break out of this, you break away from them finally. The King of Swords, the King of Cups, the Knight of Swords represents, of course, they're going to try. But like I said, after you break free from them this time and you don't rock with them anymore, their priority in your life is going to become less and less, to the point where they just phase out of your life altogether. And maybe every now and again, distantly, you may hear from them. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. You Scorpio is actually very close to getting into new relationships, brand new relationships with brand new people, because you're healing, you're doing the things that I suggested, right? Of all the zodiac signs, I thought Scorpio would have been the most angry at me, but y'all just silent. You know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Please leave a like, yo. Please leave some comments. Y'all don't say anything. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Comment, or I should say, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. As of right now, I'm sitting up over here tripping that I even got to 5,000 subscribers. I'm almost already at 5,100 already. So I just want to say thank y'all. Thank you to all the zodiac signs. Thank you, Scorpios. Really appreciate it. Peace. Love y'all.